Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pilot Stud video. In case you've forgotten, my name is Brandon. It has been a very long time since I last updated you all on all things Microsoft Flight Simulator, but here we are. In today's video we are talking about some exciting new flight sim controls, updates to existing flight sim add-ons, an upcoming Boeing 737 Max, and plenty more. So if you like the sound of that, I hope you enjoy today's video. Before we get into that, let me just apologise for the really slow content recently. Life has been really busy, but I do have some rather good news to share that a handful of you might be interested in. A week ago or so, I passed my private pilot's license skills test, or check ride for my viewers in America. It has been a long time coming, but now after a tiny bit more paperwork, I will be a licensed pilot. That of course really is a license to learn. The learning has only just started, but it is incredibly exciting. So anyway, that's what I've been busy doing, but now on with the flight sim news. The DC Designs Concorde has been out for years now. I know that time has flown by, but Dean & Co at DC Designs are once again working on this payware supersonic airliner from decades ago in the real world. Now in its phase 3 plan, the team are updating the resolution of this aircraft to 4K, remodelling the entire flight deck ready for incorporating the INS system, which will replace the default FMS or flight computer. So we'll all need some practice here to go back to basics, although of course there still is the option to use the default flight computer, so we're not totally lost. As well as that, the cabin is being worked on to make it full size. It means we won't have half a cabin in the back anymore, and they have been working on these improvements for a few weeks now. It's certainly making a world of difference. Concorde has been out for over 2 years now on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so going back to it really does show the dedication of the developer. In many ways they've kept updating as they've gone along, but I do think some updates were needed, so it's fantastic to see this progress, and of course it's a given that these updates are both for PC and Xbox, as the payware airliner is available on both of them. Now next up, water and lavatory services have been introduced to GSX. Ground Service X Pro of course being the must-have payware ground service add-on for the sim on PC that brings our airports alive with realistic ground services. To be honest with you, water and lavatory services wasn't a feature I was crying out for, but if you like to sit there and wait 15 minutes for someone to empty out waste, you can certainly build onto the realism there. Now you will need to go ahead and manually adjust aircraft profiles if they haven't updated automatically, or if you haven't got a profile installed, just to make sure the trucks line up with the ports and the doors of the aircraft. But this rather smelly update is now available to install via FS Dream Team's live update tool. Now those that are looking forward to JustFlight's Avro RJ, well, take a listen to this. The JustFlight team have previewed some sounds from their upcoming British regional jet, the Avro RJ, which is the more modern version of the BAE 146, which has been out on the sim for a while now, so many of you may be familiar with it. Now, it's not just a little preview, this is a 20-minute showcase that has been up on YouTube for a good few days now, in fact a few weeks. I'm just horrifically slow, so if you haven't taken a look at it, do check it out. The link is of course in the description. This aircraft has been teased and shown off for a great while now, but it does look, or at least sound like, it's not too far away. Now compared to the 146, the RJ flies much more like a modern day airliner, where the pilot is much more of an automation manager, so you will be following the magenta line in this bad boy, which to be honest a lot of us are just used to now, and going back the old school way is a unique challenge. Now JustFlight's reputation on Microsoft Flight Simulator is beyond excellent, so this payware airliner for PC and Xbox is definitely one to look forward to. Now some news that really excites me is a recent announcement from a flight sim hardware manufacturer, Virpil Controls, who are based in Europe, and they are known for their military flight sim hardware. For example, they've got some really cool flight sticks and rudder pedals available on their website right now. But anyway, they look to be breaking into the civil aviation flight sim world with their so-called advanced Yoke project, and just take a look at this. Now starting from the 1st of October, they will launch their Kickstarter Kickstarter project behind this advanced yoke project, and while the pictures do look incredible, this is definitely one to watch. Now, of course, it is a given that there's an element of risk with all community supported projects. You know, you're putting your money up front for a product that doesn't actually exist yet. It's sort of early days, but I have to say these guys have been in the game for a long time, so I will personally be getting behind it. It looks absolutely incredible, expected to cost around $500 per yoke, which is what, about 420 UK pounds. Now, it is a full metal construction, or mostly metal construction. I couldn't really work out which is which, so hopefully it should feel premium. And amazingly, the yoke handles are swappable, so you'll be able to swap from Boeing to Embraer with relative ease. Now, of course, as I said, it's early days and these are the only previews we've got so far, but having a good look at them, you can see they're definitely going off realistic airliner designs, Boeing and Embraer, as I said there. We've also got an array of switches behind the yoke, once again similar to the honeycomb controls, I guess, in a way, but I can see some lighting. We've got external lights, looks like we've also got some engine switches, magnetos as well, so pretty cool stuff. And note the metal clamp as well, that does look heavy duty. Their forum is the place to go for all the information on the Virpil controls, and to be honest with you, I don't know why I haven't gone for some of their rudder pedals in the past, but they are also excited to confirm that they are not just working on the yokes, but do plan on introducing a dedicated advanced throttle unit down the line. So definitely hot on the heels of many of the flight sim manufacturers moving towards civil aviation. Put down the 1st of October in your diary, this is looking absolutely superb. And finally, again, I'm late to the party here, of course, but on your screen now are the latest previews of the upcoming 737 Max8 by Flight1 Software. Now, you can join their Discord via the link in the description to get the most up-to-date previews. Flight1 is another company that have been in the flight sim game for a while, since 1997, so apologies if I make some of you feel old, but that is way before my time. This is their first project released for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's coming out soon, the 737 Max8. Inside and out, as you can see from the screenshots, this payware airliner looks superb. Let's be honest, they are giving PMDG a run for their money in a friendly competition way, of course. No information has been released on when this will be released, but hopefully it's not too far away. Now, I don't need to talk about it too much, I think it speaks for itself, but what I am going to leave you with here for a few seconds is a cabin light video showing some of the lighting being customised in the back. It's absolutely unbelievable, and this shows you where they want to take this project to the next level. It looks incredible. And there we have it, my friends, some very belated flight sim news. It's great to be back. I've definitely got some catching up to do with everything in the flight sim world. Need to get some flights under my belt that isn't in a real world Cessna 152. I'm going to go back to virtual airliners. That being said, if you did enjoy, do be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It's always a pleasure, and thank you for all the support over the last few years here on the Pilot Stud channel. We've got a lot to look forward to, everything in this video, and of course Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is just around the corner. On that note, I'll see you all very soon. Have a fantastic day, happy flying, and bye bye.